Hey everyone, I wanted to get out a quick video about the moves that the Arizona Cardinals have been making in free agency. Today was the first day that a lot of news started to come out. The Arizona Cardinals have been making a few different moves, so I want to talk about a few of those real quick. The first one, obviously, being the release of Jordan Hicks. Adam Schefter first reported that Jordan Hicks would be released earlier today. As many of you know, Jordan Hicks has been with the team for a few years now. He's been a captain on the defense. It's not necessarily a surprise that Hicks has been released, especially after drafting inside linebackers last 2 years in 2020 and 2021 with Isaiah Simmons and Devon Collins. So what does this mean? It means that Steve Keim, as the person who's putting the team together, and Vance Joseph, who's running the defense, have decided that Devon Collins and Isaiah Simmons, it's time for them to shine. It's time for them to take over and be that inside linebacker pairing going into the future. So that's good news for a lot of Cardinals fans who have been waiting a long time to see the full potential of Isaiah Simmons, and were even more disappointed last year when Devon Collins didn't get a ton of snaps and we didn't really get to see what he was capable of. The negative side of this, Jordan Hicks is a great person. He's been a great leader on this team. He went through a lot with the front office. I know a lot of fans, myself included, had some issues with the way that he was treated by Steve Keim and the organization, and he was always a consummate professional. With the cut, Arizona is going to save about $6.5 million in cap space. It also gives Jordan Hicks a jump start on free agency, hoping he can find his next team. To Jordan Hicks, I wish you nothing but the best at your next organization. I hope you do great. I hope you ball out. In other news, Mike Garofalo reported that Devon Kennard would be restructuring his contract to stay with the team. Some fans might be a little bit disappointed in that because the usage of Devon Kennard and his production on the field has been a little bit disappointing since he was signed. However, with the Chandler Jones situation up in the air, not knowing whether he's coming back, and if I had to guess, he's probably not, then having linebacker depth is always a great thing, and Devon Kennard is a great depth piece. So keeping him around really seems like the right move here. I'm glad that he was willing to restructure to give the Cardinals a little bit more room in the cap area. Devon Kennard had a $9.087 million cap hit. That has been restructured, so we don't know exactly what that's going to be yet. But good thing that there will be a little bit more breathing room in the cap area going into next season. So the veteran, the Phoenix native, he's going to be staying in Arizona for at least another year. Other pieces of news include the Cardinals announcing that they have extended exclusive rights free agent offers to Jonathan Ward, running back, and wide receiver Antoine Wesley. Antoine Wesley had some good playing time at the end of last year, and he had some great touchdown catches. He actually seems to have quite a good connection with Kyler Murray. So I'm glad to see him around for another year. However, I really don't think that he's a solution at wide receiver. He's definitely not going to be slotted in as a number 2 wide receiver. So that is a position to look out for as the Arizona Cardinals go into the real free agency period, that they might be looking for another veteran to bring in to replace A.J. Green, if he is leaving, to fill in the number 2 spot opposite DeAndre Hopkins. And Jonathan Ward, he is running back depth. He's good running back depth. And it's good that they have that in position, considering that both Chase Edmonds and James Conner are going to be free agents. With both of those up in the air, it's important to have at least a few running backs on the roster that you trust, and Jonathan Ward has played well in the limited snaps that he's had. So 2 overall good moves, placing the exclusive rights deals on both of those young players.